Pig is the directorial debut of Michael Sarnowski, and the latest film to star Nicolas Cage. I'm a huge fan of Cage, and when people call him a bad actor, I pointed to movies like Leaving Las Vegas, Lord of War, or Mandy. Now, however, there is Pig. It is a simple film, small and compact, but full of life despite its primary motifs dealing with loss and grief. It's my favorite film that I've seen this year, and it may be my favorite in a very long time. The hook of Pig is basic. Cage, who plays a character named Robin Feld, lives isolated in the woods outside of Portland. His only companion is his truffle pig. Once a week he sees Amir, played by Alex Wolff of Hereditary fame. One day, thieves break into his house at night, beat him, and steal his pig. He then sets off the next day to get her back. The setup seems like that of John Wick or Taken, a revenge story with an exuberant Nick Cage performance. I expected something like that, maybe some elements of Blue Ruin, with brutal violence and a smaller body count, but that's not what I got. It certainly seems that way. The violence could erupt at any moment. The ultimate villain of the piece threatens murder casually, like a business transaction. An early scene with a fight club even promises that direction, but it's nothing more than a misdirect. We're taken on a tour of the Portland truffle scene, and is made out to be this grandiose criminal empire, with code words and hidden passages. Ultimately, though, none of that matters, as this is a story about a pig. And that's true on one level. There is a very literal pig. It's missing, it's the drive of the film, but it's also a metaphor. All the characters in the film have lost someone they loved, and they cope in their own self-destructive ways. Robin denies, Amir pretends to be a person who's already dealt with it, and Darius, the ultimate pig napper, has built himself up to be above it all. But, like all toxic coping methods, it's built on a house of straw and collapses with one breath. There is one other case study in the film, a chef of a restaurant named Derek. Robin, in a past life, was a renowned chef, and Derek worked under him for a few months. Now, Derek owns a new age restaurant focused on experiences rather than food. In an immaculate scene, Robin talks to him about what he really wanted to do, how he always wanted to own a pub, and that all he had built up meant nothing. A life's work doesn't mean anything if it's not your life. And as he tries to justify his current existence, you can see the light leave his eyes. I'd argue it was the most violent action in the film, certainly the most visceral. The film is shot to look almost like a dream, or a daze. There are lots of warm colors, and the focus feels just slightly off. This is because Robin has given up on the world. None of this is his anymore. He used to be a big shot. His name used to mean something. That's of course a lie, said by one of the characters in the film. His name still holds a weight, and the past that he tried so hard to leave behind still exists. And it's impossible for the world to move on if he still hasn't. The only way forward is acceptance of circumstance, self, and our place in the world. The film is divided into 3 parts: rustic mushroom tart, mom's French toast and deconstructed scallops, and a bird, a bottle, and salted baguette. 3 meals, each both a literal source of sustenance and life, but also representing important events from the past. Though it is a slow film, it never drags, and it feels like it's exactly the right length. The end is both unexpected and the natural culmination of events, and though there is sadness, there is also a shy warmth. Pig is not a revenge story, or a drama, or a thriller. It defies category, instead placing itself firmly into good cinema. The closest thing I would call it is Ratatouille mixed with Fight Club, but not the parts you'd expect. I heartily recommend it.